Hey everyone, welcome back to Frontline, and welcome to the premiere of Media Madness Mission Superhero, where I will be filling you in on what you need to know before you see a superhero movie, and it prepares you for our Media Madness coverage of it. The Fantastic Four was created in 1961 by Stan the Man Lee and Jack the King Kirby. The Fantastic Four came about during the Great Space Race in the 1960s, which was the focus of the original origin. The brilliant scientist Dr. Reed Richards, his girlfriend, the beautiful Susan Storm, her hot-headed brother, Johnny Storm, and Reed's best friend, Benjamin J. Grin. They went into outer space, and as the animated theme said,
On an outer space adventure, they got hit by cosmic rays, and the four would change forever. It's the most fantastic way.
But that's not their true origin. The true origin actually has the Justice League to thank. When Marvel saw sales of the Justice League were doing so well, they approached Stan Lee to create a team for Marvel. Lee has seen comics as creatively restrictive at the time, but agreed to do it under a condition that he could create a book that he would enjoy reading. The characters would be fantastic, but at the same time be grounded by having faults, problems, and dealing with real issues. Lee wrote the outline for the first issue, gave it to Kirby, who drew it, and then gave it back to Lee, who added captions and other fine touches, thus birthing the Marvel method, a formula that served the company for decades to come. At the core of the Fantastic Four is family. They represent not just a family unit, but a few different types within one. Reed and Ben represent the friends so close that they are family, brothers from other mothers. Johnny and Sue represent the traditional blood siblings. Then we have Ben and Johnny, which represent the step-siblings, and at the same time, the in-law relationship with Reed and Sue uniting them all in a family you choose to create when you are married. Together they are a blended family dynamic that were way beyond their time. The new movie changes this dynamic by changing the relationship between Sue and Johnny. No longer biological siblings. How they are related, we do not know fully yet, and we do not know how this changes their chemistry as a whole. While most see the Fantastic Four's powers representing the four elements of air, fire, wind, and water, I always saw their powers as representations of the characters' faults. Reed is always stretching himself thin by devoting so much time in the lab on his experiments. Sue often allows herself to become invisible by allowing Reed to ignore her. Johnny is a hothead, and Ben has a hard outer shell, but once you get to know him, you see that he is something deeper inside. Since their inception, the Fantastic Four have changed over the years, their origin being updated every decade or so since the space race no longer applied, but they mainly kept to the space voyage, usually trying to push beyond the limits of current exploration. They have also been in 4 animated shows, and this new movie will mark their 4th film. They first appeared in animation form in the 1967 to 1970 Hanna-Barbera animated series that lasted 20 episodes. That was followed by the 1978 series that ran 13 episodes and replaced the Human Torch with the robot Herbie. The 3rd series came out in 1994 with 2 13-episode seasons. The final animated series was titled Fantastic Four: The World's Greatest Heroes and lasted 26 episodes on Cartoon Network. In 1994, Roger Corman produced the first Fantastic Four film, which never was released and was created just to hold the rights to the movie before the rights were reacquired, and then sold to Fox, who released the first movie in 2005 and the sequel Rise of the Silver Surfer in 2007. The 4th and latest movie is Fox's reboot of the franchise that comes out today. 1996 saw their first true reboot, though, when a struggling Marvel ended their series at number 416, only to relaunch it again 2 months later as a part of their Heroes Reborn initiative. This experiment allowed creators outside of Marvel to reimagine the Fantastic Four as Marvel's first family in modern time and proved a success. So much so that in 2004, the Fantastic Four entered the Ultimate Universe, which introduced a major twist to their origin. Now the Fantastic Four were a part of a think tank led by Sue and Johnny's father, where Reed created a teleporter that could break dimensions and send an object into a dimension he dubbed the End Zone. This seems to be the origin that the reboot movie is going to go with. In the Ultimate Universe, Doctor Doom was with the Four during their experiment, and this could be the origin that they would use for him. As well, the description said that that we had for him is that he was supposed to be a hacker, and in the comic book, he did change Reed's calculations without him knowing it. So, in a sense, he might have hacked Reed's calculations in the movie. Another difference was that Sue was bioengineered in the Ultimate Universe, which makes me wonder how creative they will get with that, if they will use it in her origin in the movie. The final big change is Reed himself, who in the Ultimate Universe ultimately becomes a villain. This would be the big change up if they adapt that element into the new series of movies. We were also teased at the prospect that Fox may use this movie to build a shared cinematic universe with their Fantastic Four and their X-Men universes. Well, that's all you need to know for this movie. So now I want you to go out, see the Fantastic Four that is now in theaters today, and then come back here on Thursday, August 13th for Media Madness, where we will be covering the Fantastic Four movie. Well, those are my thoughts. Now I want to know yours in the comments below. Also, like this video, subscribe to Comic Frontline. Check out and subscribe to my channel, The Comic Book Theater. Check out comicfrontline.com, the site, for all the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews, along with fun, unique features with daily updates. And don't forget to like and follow me, The Comic Book Theater, Media Madness, and Comic Frontline on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and download Frontline Live every week on iTunes for free. I'll include all these links in the description below. Until then, I'll catch you in the next review.